Good morning once again, and I am going to talk on the title about witchcraft divination and how does it tie to homicide or destruction of a race of people. And how does we're going to discuss how does this tie in to the end time deception. You see, we're looking at one angle, and if we're not wise enough to look at all the different angles and things of what is going on, we would be destroyed in one way or the other. So have you noticed, like, especially in minority environment where there is a lot of witchcraft, you have homicide, you have a lot of churches, you have a lot of divination going on. Are those churches real? Are those churches one of the divination churches? You don't know what's going on, but as long as there is an increase in a form of deception of the enemy, the homicide also starts. So this is what we have to know about it. Is that when did witchcraft starts, and what was the devil's role in, and what was his role in introducing witchcraft to mankind? So you see, was witchcraft used to only destroy the races, or was it a platform to recruit? So in this end time, there is going to be a mass destruction of a race of people. Let me tell you what witchcraft does. Witchcraft is not only those that practice witchcraft. Witches also are in the pulpit. Witches also are your politician. Those that practice things that brings you to sorcery, that seduces you, wherein you are not making the right decision. They seduce you to become rebels, to destroy, to self-destruction. And if you're not self-destroying yourself, you're destroying somebody else. And I repeat that. If you're not destroying yourself, you're destroying somebody else. So this is what is going to go on. In the end time, are those who have the mark of the beast above witchcraft, or are they themselves going to turn into witches and wizards? So this is the question we're going to ask. You see, we talk about, our people are only wicked, they're witchcraft. All they know is to destroy a race and to destroy their own people. You see, they sacrifice their own family members because, as I told you guys last night, the devil does not like you. So of course he's gonna tell these minority witches, bring your family, because of the image and the lineage, and kill them. And then we are talking about other witches, they do witchcraft to be technologically advanced. Okay, so if they're doing, who told you their witchcraft got them technologically advanced? Say the witchcraft that they practice, because they are so good in deception, so good in hypnotism, and so good in manipulation, that even in their witchcraft, if you look at all the movies that they're bringing forth, or indoctrinating people, Harry Potter was smarter and this and that, when they bring these things, is for a reason. So the destruction of a race of people is that you lie in the deception. And this have been going on in my mind. Why is it that these witches will make people have homicide in their community because they need blood to go sacrifice? Because the master who hates mankind will put it upon them to increase their blood sacrifice more than any race of people. So they go into the homes, they cause home wreckage, they go and put spell, and now people are spellbound, and then we don't understand why we as a people cannot stand each other, why we hate each other so much, why we don't want others to succeed. We have the seed of jealousy which is already there, so the devil works on that jealousy. So if they don't only have the witch that flies at night or flies in the daytime, they will have people who are what we call charismatic witches and wizards. So charismatic witches and wizards will wear suits, will wear clothes, go to work, and they are the ones you see as your role model. But these are the kind of witchcraft they put their hands in the worship of the devil. So, have you ever thought about that too? Like, why in this end time so many things will happen, but why is it essential? Because these are the enemies from within that destroy. These are the people from the bottom of the pyramid that makes the pyramid stand. It has to make, the witches have to make, what you all want to hear about is about the occult or the Illuminati and all of that. What makes them stand, or the Freemasonry, is the witch's power that makes them stand. Because for every one of them, they have a witch or a wizard or a warlock that sponsor is the source of their power. And so these people will dumb you down in deception. So you have to be careful who is giving you advice. That it's time for us to come together. This is what we need, and you need to do this. I see you doing that. And then you ask yourself your question: is this according to the will of the Father, or is that household witch trying to destroy you? Because they've tried you spiritually, they can't. So physically now they have to come into this. And this is wherein you are tainted. This is wherein you start accepting the beast and what the beast stands for, one day at a time, one decision at a time. So you have to be careful who feeds you this, whose word you listen to on TV, who feeds you spiritually, who is your advisor, who is your motivator. Because the witchcraft that you don't know is the one that will destroy you. So if you are playing only warfare for one kind of witch, and then the battle of your mind is there, you're not renewed in your thinking, another kind of witch will come to destroy you. And that's the greatest woe of mankind. So think on this, things I'm telling you. And I might end it here. Think on these things and think, why do they have to destroy their own families for generations? Oh, this person wants to succeed and go up. Oh, I have to kill this person. Or I have to make sure this person don't go up. Or I have to do this, I have to do that. And then you have the charismatic witches now, and the place of divination. And all of this ties on, because most of you are falling for divination, of pineal gland, of mind opening, of chakra, of yoga. You're falling for one witchcraft after another source. This is why it says in his word, suffer not the witch to live. So you, by our own self, would you knowingly join witchcraft? No. But are you joining witchcraft with the sources that you are doing right now, with the choices? Yes. With the kind of knowledge you want to receive? Yes. And that's why a witch will prevent you, a wizard will prevent you, a charismatic one that practice divination, from knowing the things that you need to know to be armed with knowledge in this end time. They're going to prevent you from knowing it and tell you it is bad, because they want you to go into the destruction. They know it is good, and that information will help you not fall into the lie and the pitfall of the enemy. So they'll tell you, keep away from that. They don't want your eyes to be open to know that they are fake. They don't want your eyes to be open to know about divination and witchcraft and how they operate. So they don't want you to know about what was and how those people fell, so that you will think this is new. But the scripture says there is nothing new under the sun. So if you would have learned that there is nothing new under the sun, that what is who has been and how these people were fooled, then you will be wiser not to fall for that deception. You are armed with the word, but then lack of discernment. Let me tell you this. Adam and Eve knew the word of the Father, of Yahweh. He said, the day you eat of that fruit, they knew the commandments, but he still used sorcery and divination and seduction to still tell Eve. That's not what he meant by that. They knew the word. They knew that this cleaving should not happen. This relationship should not happen. But the devil has to come and turn their minds, so that they themselves that was made in the image, they were made in the image and the likeness of Yahweh Elohim, will doubt their very existence and his word, and take it to be something else and disobey him blatantly. This is blatant disobedience. That's what a witch will make you do. If they can't destroy and take your life out, they seek you for eternal destruction. They seek for the destruction of your race. So this is how we have to be careful in this end time. So you see in this end time a lot of glorified witches. Now we see them, movie stars and this and that. Glorified witches, glorified wizards, glorified people as people of substance. But in the meantime, they're seducing you and bringing you to all sorts of sorcery and knowledge that you do not need to know. This is why he said in his word concerning us, Israel, he said, I will get rid of the witches and wizard, the sorcerer in your midst. Because each time Israel fell, there was a commandment. They go to Baal, they go to hi Auntie Ruth, they go to Baal, they go to all these things of Ashtaroth, and then they fall for the sorcerers, the divination, because this is how you need to be. For mankind to fall, mankind have to go through the area of divination. They have to fall for the sorcery and the lies of mankind. That's why as I repeat again, a household which will seek the destruction, if they can't take your life, they seek you for eternal destruction. So this is how the witchcraft system operates. The witchcraft system does not only operate at night and you think it's the only witches of your village that fly at night. The witchcraft system also comes like in movies like Harry Potter, and also comes in your TV programming of movies that you have seen and you have been conditioned for years to help you to be fit for the deception of this end time. So it comes also by the doctrines of demons that have been preached, that you have believed, and the lies that you have been taught, because this is what manipulation does. It makes you see the enemy, makes you see devils, and you want to be with the devil so bad. You want to be with the fallen angels so bad, and you think they're so glorified, and you think they are awesome. You know, they are so worthy of your admiration. And this is what the end time deception is. Are they worthy of your deception? And you're like, oh no, I know which when I see one. You know which when you see one, but then you dwell in their spell. You wake up in the morning, you don't even know what they've said at night. You don't even know the hexes they've done. That's why you see in the places of indoctrination of witchcraft, is two places. It's either in a setting, whether you are going for a religious setting, that's one. And number two, in your educational system. That's why you see people, they send their kids off, they don't even know what battleground. The kids go off to school plain and they come out as witches because they want to excel. They want to excel, so they have to sell themselves, or they have to go into this witchcraft that is needed for them. So this is what we have to know as a people. What kind of witchcraft are we aiding, and what kind of witchcraft are we seeking for? Because yes, in the area where there's a lot of witches, homicide happen, accidents and all those things, because that's how they pay their blood sacrifices. But then it comes to destroy a race. And this is what we don't know, is that you have to be wiser than your enemy, who is wiser than serpents, but harmless as doves. This is the end time again. We have to do these things. And if you have any discussion, any questions, you can type it and we can discuss it. But think about these things in this end time, in the beast system. When the beast system is fully enforced, where are the witches and where are the wizards? Excuse me, would you have fallen so deep for this witchcraft that you yourself don't know that you yourself is a practicing witch, that you have gone into the knowledge of the occult? Yes, there's a difference between occult and witches, but this is what we need to know. And this morning I'm leaving you with this thought. What kind of witchcraft are you falling for? Are you falling for a spiritual homicide or physical? If they can get somebody for the physical homicide, they get somebody for the spiritual homicide. It has to be one or the other. One or the other. That's why witches are their spiritual advisors. For even a very demonic ruler has to get a witch to be an advisor. So these are the things that you need to know. Who are you listening to? Who is leading you? What kind of wizard is leading you? Is it a head of... And again, they will come and tell you, oh, that person is... You need to attach yourself to this person to be blessed. And you're like, okay. But then the people telling you don't know that this person is a wizard, is a witch. And you're looking and you're like, how can they not see this deception of this person? How can they not see this deception of who this person is? How can they not discern? This is where discernment comes in. And this is what we need. Say, Father, lead me into all truth, but give me discernment so I can know the wiles of the enemy. Some people are looking that the enemy will come and be like, they're going to be like, be sister and come take the chip at once. No. It has to give you a legal reason why you should take the mark. It has to give you legal reasons of generations. A lot of people have been through this and they have done this. Or if you eat from that tree of that fruit, you shall surely not die, but you shall be like him. Oh, it's not what he meant by this, it's what he meant by that. They have to give you another definition or explanation. So you fall for that deception. Oh no, this is not what he meant by this. What he meant really is not eating from the tree of good and evil. It's eating from this. Don't worry. That's another form of witchcraft. And if you think witches and wizards are stupid, you have the dumb ones though. They're not. Okay? They have the highly intelligent ones that bring people into the mass indoctrination, into the mass deception. So this is what you need to know about all what I've said, and I'm going to end it here and start maybe another video. Maybe not now, maybe not today, but maybe in a few seconds, I don't know. And that video we talk about so many things that I wanted to talk about in this end time. So if you're not led by the Ruach HaKodesh, you don't pray about things you see, even things that I post, and you said this is new to me and you're just waiting for somebody to come advise you, the devil will send one of his agents to come give you good advice so that you're going to ease on destruction. And there are things that we ourselves need to also learn about discernment and things of the fall of mankind, because each time is when mankind fall, we fall because not because we're dumb, but because we allow ourselves to be dumbed down, to be deceived. So you see, the devil is not smart enough to do it alone. He needs mankind. That's why he needs a human representative. And they've been working for generations, for thousands of years to destroy. And they've been destroying, they've been killing, because this is the thing that the devil came to do: steal, kill, and destroy. So the SKD is his weapon. So the SKD is being used by his agents. If they don't steal your joy, they don't steal your salvation or steal the knowledge that you need to know. If they don't steal your destiny, they destroy it. Or they kill your spiritual life. They kill that thing that you need to overcome them, because once you know what is needed to overcome the enemy, it's a different ball game. Okay? So, excuse me. Yahweh bless you all, and you have a blessed day.